Yes, let's start today's session. This is the first session of Python full stack development course. In this session, I'm going to discuss complete introduction of Python full stack subjects. Okay, so in Python full stack development course, so first of all, you need to understand what subjects I'm going to cover, so that each subject will discuss in detailed. So this course is completely Python full stack development course. So you should learn first one programming language, that is Python. After that, Django is another subject. REST API, Flask, and then next UI means user interface technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. And sixth one is MySQL and SQLite 3. These are complete Python full stack subjects which I'm going to cover in our upcoming session. So if you enroll for this Python full stack development course, the course duration is minimum 4 months, maximum 5 months, means 4.5 months it will take minimum. So this is 4 months duration of this course. But if you enroll for this course only Python core and advanced, core means just basic Python, advanced means all intermediate level of programming, advanced level of programming will be there in advanced Python. But there is no core and advanced separately, just according to student perspective, I'm telling you that basic Python will cover in core and advanced Python means complete intermediate level, and advanced programming will cover in advanced Python. So here so many students have joined. All students need not to take Python full stack development course because according to your requirement, you have to decide. So that clarity you should have. Okay, I will tell you clearly. And if you enroll for only Python core and advanced, the duration of this Python only means 45 days to 50 days. Yes. So it will finish 45 days to 50 days. If you enroll for Python full stack development course, minimum 4 months to 4.5 months maximum duration, because all these subjects I need to cover in Python full stack development. So who should learn only Python, that is 45 days to 50 days duration means? I'll tell you two things here. So if you are already working employee, you are working on some projects. So if you are required to learn Python, so which can be used Python script in your application development, for them I strongly recommend only Python. No need to learn all these subjects, Django, REST API, Flask, and other. Waste of time and waste of money. And also those who are looking for DevOps, AWS, data science or data analysis, statistical analysis, machine learning, AI, other technologies after learning Python. If you are looking forward for DevOps, AWS, okay, testing, networking, any other technologies, which is required really Python script over there, then for them also I strongly recommend only Python. Not required to learn Django, REST, Flask, all these things. But suppose for the you are a student, okay, you don't have any job right now. You are looking forward to get a job using Python. So you have some gap from your academics. So I strongly recommend to learn Python full stack development course, so that in your resume you can clearly mention the programming language called Python, frameworks related to Python or Django, REST API, Flask, and UI technologies like and database tools are like this, so that you will get lot of opportunities. So if you are a student, you are looking for complete Python full stack development. So you have a gap. So if you want to fill the gap, so just better to learn Python full stack development. Or else if you are already working employee, or else already you are moving towards other technologies like AWS, data science, statistical analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning. For them, Python is mandatory. So those who are looking for that, so you just learn Python only, core and advanced, that's enough, 45 days to 50 days. This clarity you should have first of all. Don't learn unnecessarily Python full stack development course, okay? Yes. So next, apart from this, I need to discuss each and every subject in Python full stack development. What is these subjects? What is the purpose of this subject? You must and should have it before going to learn one by one. So what are these subjects? Where we use exactly these subjects in Python full stack development course. Nowadays, you know that to become a software programmer or to develop any application, software application especially, the person or student should have at least knowledge of one programming language. Okay, not only Python, I'm speaking about the remaining language like C, C++, Java, C Sharp, .NET, and so on. So at least you should have the idea about one programming language. So here in Python full stack development, we are going to concentrate mostly Python only because it's a Python full stack development. If you are going for Java full stack development, they'll concentrate on Java language. If you go for .NET full stack development, they'll concentrate on C Sharp .NET language. Compulsory one programming language is required. So this is our main core subject out of this all subjects which I'm going to cover in Python full stack development. This is our main core subject. Without this, you can't move towards this all frameworks and all other subjects. So first of all, you should focus on this. So even after completion of Python, like 45 days to 50 days only, then I'll move towards about these courses in our Python full stack development. Because to learn all this, Python is a prerequisite subject. And moreover, I need to give some clarity here. Most of the students thinks that, so to learn Python or Python full stack development subjects, these are all, is there any prior knowledge is required with respect of like C, C++ or Java? Not required, I can say that. You can learn this Python full stack development course as your starting course of your career. So no need to have any knowledge or basic knowledge of C, C++ programming like that. If you have already, it's okay, not a problem. Even if you don't have any idea about any programming language also, it's okay. Because nowadays, Python is treated as a very beginner level language for every student or every person who wants to come to the IT industry. So that's what Python itself, it's a basic language. So you can learn Python from the scratch. So I'm going to teach you like that only. So no need to have any prerequisite subject to learn Python. This is one thing. And another thing I want to give the clarity. Is there any background is required to learn Python full stack like IT students, CSC students? No, that is absolutely no. So no matter what academic qualification you have, so even degree, BCom, BTech, Civil, EEE, EC, Mechanical, no matter it is. Only the thing is, the matter is how you are learning Python full stack development courses, how you are practicing, and how you are going to focus on the coding part and application implementation part. That's enough to get a job. Okay, no one will ask you which background you are from. But in olden days that was, but nowadays no one is looking for that. Only looking for coding professionals. Those who are having strong knowledge, obviously they'll get opportunity first priority. So that's the requirement. So no need to learn any thing before going to learn Python. Just straight away you can start your learning process with Python only. That's enough. Don't think too much and don't listen any on of the statements all like this. Okay, you just concentrate on your Python learning process only. Because we are going to teach you completely from very basics onwards. Even those who don't have any idea about how to write a program, basic program also, they can learn Python easily, because Python syntaxes are very simple and straightforward syntaxes are there compared to C, C++, Java, other languages, existing languages. Okay, yes. So ultimately, first subject is Python. It's a main core subject. What is Python means? Python is a simple programming language. Python is a programming language. Yes, it is a programming language. Generally, any programming language we can take. The purpose of the programming language is what? Just to write coding part for the application development. So Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. Yes, coding part for the application development, sir. Yes, coding part for the application development. So why we need Python programming language means we need to write coding part for what? To develop some applications. What applications? I'll tell you. Different types of applications we can develop, we can build using Python script. So this is exactly programming language purpose. Not only Python, even if we take any language, suppose Java full stack developer, they use Java programming language to write coding part for their applications. In .NET full stack development, they use C# .NET programming language to develop their application development. So we are working with Python full stack to develop any sort of application using Python. So you need compulsory knowledge of Python. So Python language, Python code is required. Okay, this is our programming language. And for your kind information, and first of all, out of this all Python related subjects, you are going to learn only one programming language, that is Python. Only one programming language you are going to learn, that is Python. But remaining are not programming language. I'll tell you what that is. So next, our second subject is there. No, this is called Django. Okay. So as I said that to learn Python, there is no prerequisite subject. No subject is priorly need to learn Python. Directly you can start learn Python. But coming to this, to learn Django, Python is the prerequisite subject. Without Python, you cannot move to Django. Why? Because it's a completely Django Python based here. First of all, let me show you what is Django. So Django is it's not a programming language for sure. Okay, it is fixed. Django is not a programming language. Then what? Django is a framework, sir. It's a framework. What type of framework it is? It is a web development framework. Django is a web development framework. So generally, web development framework means to develop web applications. We can develop using Django framework. We can develop what kind of applications? Web applications. Web application means what? All websites, what we are going to access daily basis. Okay, internet banking, Flipkart, Amazon, that kind of things are web applications only. The application which will provide services over the web is called web application. To develop web application using Python, what framework is required? Django framework is required. And once again, I'm telling you, Django is not a programming language. It is just a framework. Framework means what? They prepared already built-in libraries, built-in classes, built-in methods with set of rules. All rules are predefined. By following that predefined rules, as a programmer, we need to start development of application code. That's what. So if they give frameworks like Django framework, our application development will be easy. Web application development is very easy because they are providing us lot of built-in resources in the context of Django framework. So directly you can install this Django framework and start development of your web applications with quick span of time. No need to write any code from scratch because already they're providing what's a framework. Framework means already set of rules predefined and set of predefined classes, predefined methods, all will come once the moment when we install Django framework software. So this is Django. It's a Python based framework. So why, sir, to learn Django, Python is mandatory means, so Django is a web application development framework. And here Django is completely Python based framework only. Yes, Python based framework. Why Python based framework? Simple. Django completely written in Python language. Django framework Django framework, Django framework completely written in Python. What language they use to develop the framework called Django? They use language called Python. So in our application development also, if you want to develop the web applications with the Django framework, compulsory prerequisite subject what? Python. If you know Python, if you know how to handle with Python script and coding, then learning Django is very simple and straightforward is possible. So it is written in Python. All coding part we are going to use in Django framework with Python only. So Python language is mandatory for learning Django. What is Django? It's not a programming language, it's a framework, web development framework. So ultimately you are going to learn in Python full stack development course total 3 frameworks, sir. How many frameworks you are going to learn? 3. One is Django, next one is REST API, next one is Flask. These 3 are not at all programming language. These are all completely what? Frameworks. What frameworks? Python frameworks. To learn all these frameworks, one is mandatory subject, prerequisite subject, that is Python. Okay, yes. Next, REST API. What is REST API? This is our third subject in Python full stack development. Okay, REST API. So REST API is also a framework. It's a framework actually. REST API is also framework. It's a Python based framework. What is the use of REST API? So as I said that using Django framework, we can develop web applications or websites. But using REST API, what we can develop? We can create APIs. Yes. API means what you know? Application, application programming interface. Application programming interface. This is called API, sir. So application programming interface. Application programming interface. So this course is completely all Python full stack courses. As I said, very beginning session for 4 months duration, 4.5 months maximum duration. Only Python core and advanced, that is 45 days to 50 days duration. Okay, course content our team will say to you, not a problem. Once your demo is completed, our backend team will send the mail completely course content, what I'm going to cover. Okay, they will assist you, no worries. And you just listen the demo session today. And even in the at last 10 minutes, I'll give you enough time to speak with me, whatever you have doubts regarding this Python full stack or Python. Okay. Or else in the middle, if you have any doubts, you can feel free to raise your question through chat box so that I can read it and I can answer it. Not a problem. So right now we are talking about REST API. It's a completely framework only. REST API. It is used to create APIs. APIs means application programming interface. Nowadays, whatever the transactions, whatever the services we are getting over the web. Okay. So like, for example, you are using Flipkart for ordering the items, or you are using Swiggy app or Zomato or any food related applications, you are going to order the foods like that. So whatever you're doing activities nowadays through web, that all are because of APIs only, application programming interface. So this APIs can provide communication between 2 or more applications. That is the main aspect of APIs. So applications communication is possible. Okay. Yes. So yes, one more thing. Okay. Complete notes we are going to provide, sir. Okay, don't worry. So even this lecture also recording video is going right now. Okay. So daily the timing is fixed timing, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily Indian Standard Time. Daily session time is 1 hour, and sessions are going to take place Monday to Saturday. Only Sunday is the holiday. And daily basis videos we will upload to your Google Drive. Okay, every day. Once demo sessions are over. So demo sessions means only first 5 sessions are going to be considered as a demo session. Okay. And in this demo sessions, we are going to cover complete introduction to Python and installation process and everything. And once demo sessions over, this Zoom meeting link, what you join, okay, how you join today, that link will be expired after 5 days. Up to 5 days, you can use this same link only daily. Okay. And after 5 days, you have to enroll for the course. After enrollment process is over, then we will share our link, short link, that is go to meeting link. So on that link, you have to join from the next demos after completion of demos onwards. So that is PDF, complete PDF, Python PDF, Django, REST API, Flask, UI, MySQL, complete PDFs. I am going to hand over it to you. Once the moment when I start Python coding, I'll upload Python core Python PDF. And after I start advanced Python PDF, I'll upload to you. Django, once I started, Django PDF will come. So complete documentation, clear documentation is there. I'll show you end of the session what document I'm going to upload to you, along with daily basis recording video. Okay, that is clear. Yeah. REST API we are using with combination of Java as well as it web services, different Java REST. Same Java programmers. If you are looking for Java full stack developers, they'll use RESTful services. .NET programmers, they'll use web API. The concept is same, but we are using Python full stack development. That's what we are using REST API. Yes, obviously JSON will be covered, Mr. Venkatesh. JSON is compulsory required for REST API. We are going to explain all the REST API creation with JSON format only, because JSON is important. No? Yeah. So what is REST API? It's a framework. It is used to create APIs. APIs are used to communicate between two or more applications. Suppose, as I said, that if you are using your mobile device, so to book your any item from the Flipkart, so you have to open Flipkart API app. So Flipkart app will be communicate with Flipkart API. After selecting the item, if you are trying to do payment option, then your banking application will respond us. So Flipkart API can communicate with bank API. Bank API will give response to that your mobile applications. So this is called completely application communication clearly here. Okay. No. Har Govind Singh, mobile application, Android applications, not at all covered in this course. Don't expect. Okay. It is our completely software development course, complete applications, web applications only. MySQL and UI sessions will conduct parallelly through Django only. At the time of Django, MySQL and UI technologies will be covered. And also in Django point of view, I'm going to explain two real-time projects, hands-on project we are going to do according to our topics, which I'm going to cover. Okay. So this time is fixer, no other time here. If you are looking any other time, I'm extremely sorry, because I engage with lot of batches. We don't have any free slots from my side. Okay, so this time is fixed. Even I can't change the time 1 hour before, 1 hour after also, because of every 1 hour I have a session with different subjects. So there is no possibility to announce batches in the morning or else, because morning hours mostly early mornings I have online. Again, morning hours I have offline sessions, Python full stack development course. So there is no free slot from my side. So this batch is announced today, no? So 8 p.m. fixed throughout for 4.5 months. No change at all. So I'm telling you clearly in the demo session only, whatever I'm going to cover here, these subjects, whichever I have included here, these subjects I'm going to cover, no extra thing. Again, you should not ask me according to this, you just according to your requirement. If you ask like mobile application, Android application, means no. So this is completely Python full stack development course. Whatever the subjects I'm writing here, these subjects only I'll cover completely. Now REST API is what actually framework. It is used to create APIs. APIs means application programming interface. Generally, APIs are going to provide communication between two or more applications. In a daily basis, whatever the services we are going to get from the web, internet banking or anything, daily APIs through only communication is going to happen. Okay, suppose if you are going to visit any website like reservation system website, that reservation system website will provide lot of reservations, no? Not only ticket reservation, movie ticket reservation, online ticket reservation, bus ticket reservation, airline ticket reservation. But the moment when they click on the link, that will be communicate with concerned application. That is via API through only it is possible. So why is a REST API? Yes, the APIs in our Python full stack development course, these APIs I'm going to generate by using REST architecture. REST is nothing but it's an architectural pattern. REST stands for representational state transfer. Representational state transfer. Yes, that's what we are calling it as REST API. It's an extension of web services. Okay. So MySQL full training will not be there. Okay, MySQL maximum in our Django, what I'm going to cover, what is required, we will discuss complete MySQL. Yes, yes. Flask or UI, yeah, that is a major subject. Flask or UI is going to be by default under comes into Django. That's what maybe they didn't mention. Okay, I think already mentioned in the banner heading. When we visit durgasoft.com website, in the banner heading only, they mention clearly Flask, UI, MySQL, Python, Core and Advanced, Django, REST API. I think you have not seen. Okay, MySQL also there. Okay, fine. So project, as I said, no, in the Django development process, at the end, 2 projects I'm going to cover with the Django. Python Core and Advanced, there is no project, only application level programming I will show you. Small applications we can build using Python. Because Django, when I introduce, it's a framework, it's a web development framework. So website through, we can build a project with Python script only. So this is REST API. It's a framework another. And to representational state transfer, REST stands for the APIs which are going to create by using REST architecture, that is called REST API. So Java programmers also having RESTful services. Okay. Yes. No, Fast API is not going to be covered, sir. Fast API is too advanced of REST API. Even I have a plan, but in our upcoming batches, there may be chance to cover, but not now. So REST API only I'm going to cover, not Fast API. In future, maybe you can expect from my side, but I'm not sure that. Okay, so REST API is going to be covered. That too, to learn REST API, what is required prerequisite subject means 2 subjects are required, Python as well as Django. Why? Because REST API is for what purpose? To create APIs. What APIs these are? Web application APIs, web services kind of thing. So to create API for providing web services, you need web application or not? Yes. But web application purpose, what is there? Django is there. So Django with REST API I'm going to teach. So Django applications, web applications with REST API creation. This is important. Okay, that's what to learn REST API, compulsory what is the prerequisite subject? Django as well as Python code is required. Even in the REST API framework also, the coding part I'm going to use Python script only. To know about Python, it's easy. Otherwise, no. Yes, yes. You are the DevOps engineer means I strongly recommend to use Python only. No need to learn complete full stack development. It will be useful undoubtedly because we cover a lot of data structures and that can be used in DevOps also. Pandas and Matplotlib and NumPy we are going to cover in advanced Python. These are data analysis modules. Pandas, Python data analysis, Matplotlib, data visualization with NumPy, numerical Python, because Pandas and Matplotlib completely designed on top of the NumPy only. We'll cover that into advanced Python. Okay, yeah. So this is about third subject, REST API. To learn REST API, we need to know compulsory Python and Django. Next, coming to this Flask. So Flask is also a framework, sir. It's not a programming language again. Flask is a framework. Flask is a framework. So what type of framework it is? Web development framework. Web development framework it is. Flask is a web development framework. Using Flask also we can develop web application. Yes. So yes, REST API can be used in web application because web application through only we are going to raise the request and we are getting response. That request and response travel through medium. That medium is called API only. Okay, that API link once we created, we can inject that link into any other website. They can able to communicate with your application via that API link only. So that's what API learning purpose web application scenario is must. Flask is a framework. It is a web development framework. Using Flask also we can develop web application. But what is the difference between Django and Flask means? Django is used to develop medium level applications and high level applications. Huge application development also possible with Django. But coming to the Flask, Flask is a micro framework. Yes. So Flask is completely what's actually micro web development framework. Mostly using Flask, we can develop single page applications. To learn Flask, then what is prerequisite subject means only Python is enough. Not required Django and REST API. If you want to learn only Flask, Python is enough. To learn REST API, Python and Django both are required. To learn Django, Python is required. To learn Python, no other subjects prerequisite. Got it? So you just try to maintain the clarity here. So first of all, you should have the knowledge on these subjects. What is subject? Which subjects we are going to learn? Each subject purpose you have to know. After that, then you can start learn coding part only. That will be clear. So ultimately, these three are frameworks we are going to learn. Frameworks, Python based frameworks. Okay. And to learn these frameworks, Python programming language skills are required. That's what our focus is. First 45 days to 50 days completely Python only. Once I complete Python, then we will move to Django. Then after REST API, then after Flask. But what about this UI and MySQL? This UI and MySQL by default, we will include into Django, REST, Flask. Everywhere it's a part of integral part. These are. So UI technologies means user interfaces. You know that in every development, web development nowadays, compulsory UI is required. Without UI, you can't imagine any web page or web applications. No. The moment when we open website, what we are going to look on the screen, that is UI design. UI means user interface. User interface means what user is going to interact with the forms, registration form, password change forms, forgot password forms, like this login forms, all these forms. That is called UI. How we can design UI means HTML. Okay, only HTML through what we can prepare forms or web pages. If you want to make HTML pages or web pages more look and feel, if you want to apply some styling or if you want to go for makeup for your HTML pages, then CSS is required, cascading style sheets. And HTML with CSS is nothing but only normal response, no dynamic response. Do you want to make your web applications dynamic response means to communicate or to perform some actions? The moment when we hit the button control, what action do you want to perform? You can perform by using what? JavaScript. JavaScript is used for making functional. What it will make functional? HTML with CSS, completely functional, logical. So this JavaScript also we are going to teach in Django point of view only. So these all UI technologies we are going to use as a support for our Django framework. So because in Django framework, we are creating web application. To create web application, compulsory UI technologies support is required because we are concentrating completely on web pages. HTML through we can prepare web pages. CSS through we can make our web pages more styling, look and feel is better. JavaScript through we are making some validations or functional. Most of the web development process, JavaScript is very important role will play because JavaScript is nowadays they are using for validations, especially client side validation. Validation means what? The moment when we open any login form, we need to give some user ID or password. That user ID and password is correct or not? Okay, correct format we have entered or not? It will check JavaScript in the client side instead of going server side. Server side validation also we can do, client side validation also we can do, but in real time most of the cases will perform client side validations only, because client side validation means without sending request to the server, we are performing validations on the browser only. Once we enter the valid data only, then JavaScript will allow you to submit your request to server. That is a main thing of JavaScript. And jQuery, Bootstrap are advanced UI technologies. These two advanced UI technologies are designed and developed by using again HTML, CSS, JavaScript only. Using these three only, jQuery Bootstrap implemented. jQuery is an extension of JavaScript. It's a JavaScript library. Normally, if you write JavaScript code, you need to write some lot of lines of code, but jQuery will make a simplification code. Means already framework is there, no, with a lot of built-in functionality. jQuery will allow you to prepare very smarter code completely compared to JavaScript. And Bootstrap we are going to use rapidly in our development. So those who are looking for Python full stack web development course, better to concentrate on Bootstrap more instead of concentrating on this, because Bootstrap nowadays everywhere we use Bootstrap. It makes completely look and feel far better for our web applications. Look and feel. Bootstrap is the combination of two, sir. One is JavaScript libraries and another one is CSS libraries. These two combination is called Bootstrap. Means what? Bootstrap will make look and feel more better than CSS, and Bootstrap also make functional. Functional means some interaction or responsive, dynamic responsive is possibilities there with Bootstrap. So we need to discuss this all UI technologies for front end tool. Actually, we can say that front end. So you are going to learn in every full stack development course, two things are there, two main components are there. One is front end, another one is back end. So what is front end means? It is front end. Front end means the end user, the moment when he open any website, where he is going to interact, what he is going to see on the screen, that is called front end. UI. UI only you are seeing front end operation. But what is back end means? Here Python is a back end. These frameworks are completely backend. Even MySQL and SQLite also completely backend. This is because behind the scenes it will work. So whenever we develop any web application using Python, Django, REST, and all this framework, so when we launch that website onto the server, so the moment when students open the website, what they are looking, UI only. That is called front end. After that, they can communicate with the forms, registration form, login form, all these things. But behind the scenes, logical programming, how it will work with Python. But are you able to see the Python script while accessing website? No. Are you able to see the Django libraries logic? No. Are you able to see any database related stuff where it is storing, how it is coming? No. So these are all behind the scenes, it will work. So these are all called backends. So we are going to learn MySQL and SQLite because SQLite is a more popular with the Django framework. Okay. Only subject is matter, Mr. Ashutosh. 3 to 5 years experience you want to put up means subject is the matter. You have to improve the subject. You have to show your skill set. That is only things. There is no shortcuts. How you are going to learn and how you are going to practice, how you are focused on this technical aspects of these all subjects. That is the matter finally. There is no shortcut. Nothing is there. Okay. You have to be learn more. That's it. Practice more. And you have to do some experiments also. And everyone will do learning subject in straightforward. Whatever I am going to teach in the class, that if you type in the code, that will come obviously. But that's not sufficient though in real time. Because here I am as a trainer, I am here to teach you all basics, intermediate, advanced level of programming, how we are going to use the coding part in real time scenario. But after getting a job, your contribution is extremely different what you learn from my side. But subject is same, no doubt at all. But the way of coding skills and writing scenario completely might be different with project to project. No, so that's what you have to do so much R&D, research and development. So first of all, you have to focus on my lectures, what I'm going to teach, and conceptually you should be strong. Okay, you have to practice our examples and all applications, but later you have to do some R&D and you have to do more practice with a lot of logics. Okay, then you will improve the skill set automatically. Then it will be useful, this Python script, Python coding in your application development. So what I'm asking you, no need to what we can say, same as it is, whatever I'm going to tell that example not need to quite enough. You have to do more and more R&D like this. Yeah. This batch is Python core and advanced. See, the thing is, I'm saying, no, Python full stack development, if you enroll, obviously first 45 days Python only I'm going to teach. Those are looking only Python, first 45 days, they will travel. Python core and advanced. After 45 days to 50 days, they can skip. Those who are looking for only core and advanced Python, you just continue the classes 45 days to 50 days. Once Python is finished, then the moment when I start Django, only full stack developers, full stack enrollment students, they can continue with the Django REST API. Even of first you can join with Python, later also you can able to extend your Python full stack development course for joining Django courses also, not a problem. Yes. You have already completed Python core and advanced means this is not suitable for you, no, Mr. Subham. It's not suitable for you because here so many students are looking for my Python batch. So that's what for them I need to teach first Python. After Python core and advanced 45 days to 50 days, then I'll start Django. Whenever I start Django, if you are looking my Django sessions, you can start from there onwards. But recently I have started mornings 6:30 a.m. one Django batch because already my Python full stack students lot of students were waiting for them. I have announced a new batch. It's going well. So like that, if you are already Python completed means this batch is not suitable for you. No. Azure Factory, we are completely extremely new to that subject. Azure Data Factory, wherever you want, you can use Python script if they recommend, but only Python data structures are required, sir. That is your part. If you are belongs to Azure Data Factory, if you are belongs to AWS, if you are belong to testing, if you are belongs to networking, you know very well than me because you are that stream student. But here I am going to teach completely Python related things, how it will be useful to you. You are in your application, you have to think about that because I'm not aware of AWS. I'm not aware of DevOps. So how I can assist you, this Python code can over there, it will work, how it will work. So you are after completion of Python core and advanced, you can learn that AWS and DevOps, they will teach you how we can bind this Python code and where it is like this. Uh, yeah, it's okay, Mr. Shubham. But Django batch, it will take time. After 45 days only, new batch will be announced. There is no upcoming batches. Already 10 days back, I have started batch. That's going well. Yeah, Microsoft certification is available, Mr. Raghavan. So after completion of Learn Python, you can write the exam. Microsoft people, they'll conduct the exam. They'll give you voucher. And after that exam, so you will get credit. You will get credit marks. So based on that, you will get certification from that. Yes. So certification also, there are a lot of things are there. Basic certificate, intermediate level certificate, advanced level certificate. So these are the subjects which I'm going to cover in Python full stack development course. Okay, Python, Django, REST, Flask, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, MySQL, and SQL3. This SQL3 and MySQL is completely database tools, which is already SQL3 is an integral part of Django. The moment when we create Django application, SQL3 is automatically integrated, so it will come by default. No need to install. In case if you are looking for MySQL, if you want to work with MySQL, then MySQL you have to install it and use it here. So this is very basic demo, sir. Here I have not at all covered any technical things and any important conceptually related to Python concepts I didn't cover. So first of all, you should aware of that what is Python full stack development courses. Each subject purpose you must and should aware. Then after that, we'll start tomorrow Python subject only. We will focus on Python. What is Python? Why Python? How Python became a popular language nowadays? What is the reasons behind that? And what applications we can build using Python? Okay, and Python history, Python versions, how to make setup of Python. So everything we'll discuss from scratch, step by step in tomorrow's session. So these are the subjects. Whatever I have written subjects here, this is completely I'm going to cover in upcoming 4.5 months. No other subjects. As I said, the duration of this course is 4 months minimum, 4.5 months maximum. if you go for Python full stack. Only Python means 45 days to 50 days. Every session is going to be recorded. Same session recorded video we will upload to your Google Drive. And now coming to this, what material which I'm providing during this course means, look at this. This is completely Python material, sir. So look at this core Python PDF. This PDF I'm going to hand over it once I started core Python development. This is completely prepared. So you even content also I have mentioned clearly. This content will be related to core Python, only basic Python. Okay, this PDF, everything is there, clear picture, all practical examples, step by step. If you see this documentation, no one will get confused. This is only core Python related. At the same time, advanced Python related document PDF is there. Once I start advanced Python, I'll hand over it this advanced Python documentation clearly. This is the content which I'm going to cover in advanced Python. File handling, exception handling, regular expression, database connectivity, log files, multi-threading. Okay, lot of subjects, lot of concepts we are going to cover in this advanced Python. And coming to the same Django PDF also, I can hand over it to you. Django is vast subject because it's completely UI, everything is there. Around it is 300 pages documentation is there. This is completely Django syllabus which I'm going to cover. Django, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Django, MBT architecture, model view, template, sessions management, cookies management, cache, lot of things. So now coming to this REST API material also, same way you will get like this, REST API. This is REST API and Flask also. Every subject complete clear PDF is there. Okay, in REST API, you can see this is a lot of things we are going to cover: serialization, deserialization, okay, model permissions, authentication, authorization, lot of things, paginations, completely. This is REST API. At the same time, Flask also there. These are the PDFs which I'm going to hand over it to you. So according to process, because once I start core Python PDF I'll upload. Yes. Projects I'm going to explain through what we can say Django, sir, because that is more flexible to explain multiple projects with Django. In Python, we will explain some application oriented, not complete project oriented. Only Python script through we can't build a project, no. It's an application based that. In Django, we can call it as project, that is. Because completely web architecture, we will write MBT architecture through, we will write code. Course fee, I know, but I can't disclose. This is not right platform to discuss. Okay. As a trainer, my responsibility is only teaching. The course fee and everything, they will assist you. My backend team will assist you and they will mail you also after completion of this session so that you will know that, you will come to know that. As I said, the duration is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., 1 hour session. Yes. If I think in the middle, if it is not going to finish within 4.5 months, means weekends, I'll take some long sessions sometimes. To become a data scientist, Python is mandatory. You just learn Python, after that focus on your data science syllabus. That will be better. Even if you join directly data science also, they will ask you to teach, they will ask you to learn Python first. Yes, manual testing, no. Automation testing required Python. If your company is suggesting you to learn Python for automation testing, Selenium with Python, if they suggest you, better to learn Python. Manual, it's not required. Only Python is required. As I said, no, Mr. Ravi, if you are looking after Python, testing, networking, DevOps, AWS, data science, data analysis, programmer, or statistical analyzer. So these kind of cases, I recommend only Python. No need to go for complete full stack development subject, Django, REST, Flask, UI, MySQL, not required. IoT, no, I cannot. Contribution of Python, so many. I'll explain that in next session. Anywhere you can use Python, no, right now. Testing framework, I'm not. That's what I said, no, clearly. See, I am not a AWS trainer. I am not a DevOps trainer. I am not a testing trainer. I'm not a networking trainer. I'm completely Python full stack trainer. If you ask me Python full stack development course and libraries, I can literally say clearly it what level of extent I can go, I can clearly go there. Okay. You know better than me because your syllabus that is DevOps, testing, networking like that. Obviously, doubts, you have any doubts, you can also, once demo session completed, once our regular session started, then I'll allow you to speak with me at any time in the middle of the session also. Anybody can able to ask the questions in the live session only, not a problem. That's clear. And in the basic Python, core Python, especially in daily basis, we used to generally give the tasks also, exercise programming also according to our topic. So that will improve your coding skills at least. So that's all about from my side today. Still, I'll wait here for 5 minutes. So still, if you have any question regarding this Python full stack or only Python, you can feel free to ask me. And thanks for your cooperation attending for these sessions. So you can use this same link for next 5 days also for demo sessions completely. Okay, after 5 days, 4 days or 5 days, our team will assist you and our team will follow you. So please respond for them for joining this session. Once your enrollment procedure is over, then we will start sending you the videos which I conducted. Okay, videos and soft copy of PDF material. Not a matter of duration of the session, 1 hour every day, 1 hour. But the matter is days. How many days we are going to cover? What concepts I'm going to cover is the matter. Don't look at that number of days and number of hours. So videos I'm going to upload to your Google Drive. Yes.
Sir, for automation testers, for example, in Java, they have like different frameworks like Cucumber and something like that, right? So
Yeah.
if we are learning here core and advanced Python and want to switch to automation Selenium with Python, so in that automation testing, which framework do we have to learn again?
No need to learn. Python is enough, but Python libraries, some testing libraries are there. So testing libraries means Python testing developers, like those who are working with Selenium or something like that. So they know very well what frameworks are required at all. Because I am unaware of testing tools and all, no. So I cannot able to suggest you one framework which is notable. Framework, not actually, that is libraries.
So these frameworks that you are telling, like Django, REST API,
Django, REST
those are
API
different
is
from.
yes, completely different from testing. Nowhere we can use in testing. These are completely in our web development process. We are going to use these frameworks. These frameworks are related to Python web development process purpose, not in the context of testing. Suppose if you ask me to which libraries are required for data science with Python, means I can say pandas, matplotlib, numpy, bokeh, tensorflow. These modules are there because that's exclusively Python related. But testing related means we cannot say that. There are so many libraries are there. PyTest is there, doctest is there, testify is there. These are the tools which is available in Python, but I'm not sure aware of that all, but I know about some testing frameworks are there. PyTest, doctest, robot, this type of testing modules you have to know that. But if you want to manage the testing modules, compulsory need to have the Python knowledge or not. That's what you are going to learn Python. After learning Python, you will come to know how we can use Python script using the testing modules. Microservice purpose, we use Flask. Okay, yes, in reality. Django is not at all. Django is completely, it's a huge and medium level application, high level application development is possible with the Django. Exclusive microservice design purpose, we use Flask framework only mostly.
Sir?
Tell me.
Yeah, do we have an opportunities only as a Python core developer or advanced developer without Django and without like pandas? Can we get the opportunities in industry, or we have to let any of the Django or pandas along with the
No. Yes, it's there. It's there completely. Some companies are purely looking for Python script writers, Python programmers. If they'll hire you as a Python developer, you should focus. Your role should be in Python only. But most of the cases, what they're looking nowadays, the market trends are every subject full stack developer they need, because full stack developer means the developer contribution is all the aspects only in the Django point of view, Flask point of view, UI point, front end, back end, everything they can take care. No, so that's why they're looking for full stack developer mostly.
Okay. And mostly can we get the opportunities with the experience of I think 3+ years, right? I think freshers to entry into the freshers.
Obviously 2+, 3+. See, with my subject, whatever I'm going to cover, you can claim 3 to 4 years experience, obviously, with these topics, with that subjects, if you practice well.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir,
Bootstrap
any
is
real-time scenarios are you covering?
yes, every lecture is completely, every topic is in the context of real time only. I'll cover where we use, how we use, what is the things behind this. I'll explain that way only. Bootstrap is completely design library. It's make look and feel of your UI design more comfortably, and responsive design is the main advantage of Bootstrap. So responsive design means the moment when we adjust the screen width and height, automatically the content will be adjusted. That is main responsive design.
Sir, if we join Python with Selenium with Python, so in that course also the Python core and advanced is covered, and the testing framework is covered, right?
No, yeah, basics of Python they'll cover, and only testing related, how much it is required, they'll cover, because the who will teach Selenium and Python testing related, they don't know much more about Python. No, so that's what here I am a Python full stack developer, so that's what I am going to cover deep programming part in Python. So software development skills we are going to learn here in this case. If you go for Selenium with Teston, they will teach you Python related basics related to testing. How the Python script is basics things are required for your test cases. They'll tell you clearly.
So they'll not teach like in depth of coding, like how you will teach, right?
I'm not sure because I can't comment on it, because what they know very well about testing tools, how much contribution is required from the Python, then they'll cover, I think so, but I'm not sure. But we are going to cover complete in-depth knowledge of Python, because of if you go through this one, you can also claim yourself as a Python programmer, or else Python with Selenium also you can claim. Both options you have. So fine, it's time to leave, because I need to start my other session. My other students are waiting. It's almost 9.
Sir,
So
one
thanks.
last question.
Yeah, sure, you can go through it.
Sir, I'm not sure whether I can ask this or not. Who is having more opportunities for Java with Selenium or Python with Selenium?
No idea. No idea, because it's a market trend again. But mostly I think Java with Selenium still going. But nowadays they are asking Python with Selenium also more opportunities, because it depends on the market and projects. Okay, so anyway, it is better to learn. Even if you go with Python with Selenium, it's okay, and Java with Selenium is okay. But Java with Selenium, it doesn't mean that they will teach you complete Java. To learn complete Java, 6 months is required. To learn testing, 45 days is enough. Imagine that 45 days course purpose, 6 months course they'll teach you. No, it's not. So that's what basics are enough with the Java and testing. Here also Python with testing. But both are there, but it depends on market and hiring process. Yeah. Sir, non-IT background, which is applicable Java or Python. I can say Python, non-IT background, obviously. You will fit more for Python. Because it's a basic language, it's a very simple and everybody can understand. Those who don't have any idea about any basic knowledge of C, C++ programming also, they can literally understand this. Non-IT background students, everyone. So that's all about today, and thanks for attending session, and hope you will continue tomorrow. You just join tomorrow also using, you can use same link only for next 5 days. Okay. So after that, you have to enroll for this course. After that, you will get some short link. That is GoToMeeting link, I think so. Okay. So have a nice time. See you again tomorrow, sharp 8 p.m. Yeah. You can use this link for next 5 days. No, same link only can use it. After 5 days, we will send a new link that is completely GoToMeeting link.